everyone. Holly Fiorello, Director of Marketing for CallPotential. I have with me Brian Foran today.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Brian, could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the company you work with?
Yeah, sure. I'm Brian Foran, the Director of Operations here with Moove In Self Storage. We operate 40 properties in the Mid-Atlantic. We go as far south as Maryland, as far north as Massachusetts, and west out to Pittsburgh, but predominantly in the central Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey markets.
Wonderful. My neck of the woods. Could you explain a little bit about what your experience with CallPotential has been like?
Sure. CallPotential has really been fantastic. We've been using them for about 4 months to have our own in-house call center agent that answers only calls coming in from new customers. This level of increased customer service, being our employee as opposed to a different third party, has been nothing short of fantastic. We used to average 5 or 6 phone rentals a month, and now we're averaging 60 phone rentals a month.
What?
Yeah. So even though we're
Wow.
answering a little bit fewer calls because it's only a couple people that are answering phones, the level of customer service far outweighs the few calls that we may miss.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I guess that answers the question how it's impacted your business.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, it's I like to talk about the rentals. I always want to see what our ROI is on our investment. And it's the easiest thing to see right now are 60 rentals times $150 a rental. I mean, it adds up so fast. But hearing from our field staff and how much better of a conversation our call centers are having now versus kind of what we had before, it's also made everybody's life easier on top of the great ROI that we've gotten.
That's awesome. Did you have that level of visibility before when you had the third party?
We had some visibility, we had some data, but not even close to the level that we have now. I mean, the reporting for CallPotential is fantastic. I mean, you can pull every data point you need. You can pull a call by 15-minute increments, so you know from a staffing perspective when you need more people answering the phone and when you could use less. We were given some kind of really broad data, kind of how many total calls we got and how many reservations and how many rentals we had. So we had some level, but I mean, first the numbers weren't very good, and now they're much better. And plus now we can dig in on so many different facets that we weren't able to previously.
That's really awesome. If someone called you and said, "Why should I do business with CallPotential?" What would you tell them?
I would just tell them being able to train and coach your team member as opposed to outsourcing it to someone who's going to be answering calls for multiple different organizations. It makes all the difference in the world. Those other organizations, they really do a good job for the situation they're put in, but no one is going to be able to take the pride and the ownership as your own employee. And us being able to, find the right person, coach them up. We have weekly coaching conversations to get better, and we're improving our process every day, every week, every month. It was better right off the bat, and it's only going to keep increasing that way. So just it's having your own team member over there is fantastic.
Yeah, you can't beat it, right? No one knows your business like your own people.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that's awesome. And how does CallPotential support compare with other vendors you've worked with?
It's amazing. And I will say that the other vendors we've worked with, their support really is strong as well. I mean, the customer service
Right.
of each of their support teams is really, really good, and CallPotential is just as good as that. They're always there for us no matter what we need. Our previous vendors, though, were pretty good about that as well. It's just kind of the results are significantly better with CallPotential from what we've seen.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian.
Sure.
And that was basically all the questions that I had. If you have anything else you want to share, we're open for it.
No, I mean, I think we covered it. It's such an evolution in the industry to have, a call center environment with your own team member as opposed to trying to either have your store manager answer the phone when they're really not equipped to do that with how many things we ask them to do on top of that, or a complete third party call center, whether that's even if that's your own team members that aren't really at the property answering the phones. And this is such a beautiful blend of those two things. And for, a small to mid-size operator, it just feels like a great decision.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your partnership and your business, and I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you.